everybody, this is Jordan with Animals in the Outdoors. Today it's a rainy day outside. I'm wet, so my hair is crazy right now. So I figured I'd do a fun YouTube video on how to make frozen horse treats. So a few items you're going to need. You are going to need I prefer plastic cups like this, because I can cut them, they're disposable. You're going to need any really horse safe foods that you want to put in here. Apples, carrots, oats. I have, you could put watermelon. I've tried watermelon. It doesn't freeze super well, but you can still put it in there. I've heard people giving their horses strawberries. I've never given any of my horses strawberries. So if you have any questions about anything, you can always check with your veterinarian. I'm sure they would be very happy to answer your questions. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take these ropes. So you can really do them. I have them about like this length-ish, however long you really want them. I have 4. It doesn't really matter. You can you don't have to have 4. You could do 1. It really doesn't matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom of your rope. You're just going to tie a knot in it like that. You can double knot it if you'd like. That's what I'm going to do. Oops. Let me redo that. So you're going to just so a knot about that size is fine. It doesn't need to be huge. So, and then you're gonna do it, whoops, lost a rope there. You're gonna do it on all of your ropes that you have. So, and if you can reuse the ropes too, they're not something you have to dispose of. So that's good because it's not wasting items. So and you don't have to double knot them, you can do that, but they're more likely to fall out of the ice. I mean, they might not, but I've never tried it like that. And you're gonna wanna make the ropes long enough after you put the treat on it and they've been knotted, so that way you can hang them from something. That's what we're going for here. Okay, this is my last one. Just kind of put it at the end as much as you can. Okay, so there we go. So we're gonna set these aside for right now, just over there. The next thing that we're gonna need is check with your parents before. You're gonna need a knife and a cutting board. I'm just using a paper plate. And then you're gonna take your apple or whatever you're cutting and just cut it. You're gonna wanna get all of the apple off of it so you're not wasting. This is a really dull knife, I'm sorry, this is taking forever. Okay, so now that we've gotten most of the apple part off the apple, you're gonna dispose of it. So I'm gonna put that right there for the time being. And you are going to be very careful with this knife as you put it over here. You're gonna take your plastic cups. I have 4, along with 4 ropes. And you're gonna kinda just wanna divide it out amongst the 4. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so there's about this much in all of them, so you can see. And then you're gonna you can just put away your plate now, because you're not gonna need that again. You're going to take your carrots. It can be long carrots, it can be tiny carrots, it can be shredded carrots, it can be any type of carrot, doesn't really matter. Just take a few and plop them in. I'm gonna put a little bit more than that. And then I'm gonna put my carrots over here. And then what you're gonna do is, you don't have to have all these ingredients. You can just use carrots, you can just use apples, you can just use oats if you'd like. Then I'm gonna take my oats and take a little handful here. For all 4 of them. Okay. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your water. I did have some ice in here, but it melted. You don't have to have ice, but I do recommend putting cold water in here, not boiling hot water or anything, because that's gonna take forever to freeze. So I'm just gonna fill each cup up with the water. About to the first line. There's little lines in these cups. So yeah. And then what you're gonna take is the ropes that we tied those knots in. You're just gonna take them and take the side with the knot in it and just simply place it. And you can use this to stir your water a little too. I mean, as much as you want. And just kind of place it in there. Doesn't have to be at the very center. See, this one's to the edge. I would recommend, this was a little difficult on these ropes, but I would recommend not tying it so far in the middle. I mean, I know it's not in the middle compared to the rest of the rope, but I'd tie it a little bit close to the edge. But I think, because of that, gonna just fill them up a little bit more. Because the line, or the knot isn't in as much as I'd like it to be. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more to this one. Okay. So submerge all of them as best as possible. I'm gonna see if I can untie this one and just retie it, because this one is a lot in the middle. I haven't ever done them with these ropes before. I've done them with different ropes. So it doesn't really matter the rope that you use, as long as the rope does not break inside the ice and then your horse is gonna chew it and swallow it. It's okay. So as long as that doesn't happen, you're good. Do do do. Okay, sorry that took me forever. So now this one's a little, if you can't see it, this knot is a little close to the end. So now I am just going to plop that in there. And then what you're gonna do after this is you're gonna put, let me move them over a little. You're gonna put these in the freezer till they're frozen all the way through. I like to, overnight would be the best because they're gonna be really nice and solid. And then what you're gonna do is to take them out. If you do these cups, you can cut it, or if you wanna reuse them, you can run them under hot water and they'll fall out. I wouldn't recommend using any like mugs or anything. I have tried that, it breaks the mugs. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put these in the freezer, and when you take them out, if you're at a horse race or horse show, dressage, jumping, barrel racing, whatever you do, you can like tie it to the trailer and it'll keep them occupied. My horse takes 2 minutes to eat these. It's not gonna keep them occupied for hours and hours and hours. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping for that when I made them the first time, but it doesn't keep them occupied for very long, at least my horse. Make sure all the foods in here are horse safe and that the rope is strong enough that it doesn't break, and blah blah blah. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna go put these in the freezer, and my horse is going to really enjoy these because he loves these things. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.